Hey everybody! Okay, so this is my preview video for the qualifying round. I'm going to do the Eastern Conference only in this video. We're getting very close. It's about a week away for the teams to be going to the hubs, and there will be some exhibition games. I know Montreal's only playing the one exhibition game against Toronto, which I'm really looking forward to. That should be awesome. And this is my preview for all the four Eastern Conference series. That's Montreal, Pittsburgh, Toronto and Columbus, Florida and the Islanders, and Carolina and the Rangers. And we're going to get right into it right now. First off, my apologies for the small writing, but the only way to get all that information on these boards was to write a little small. But I will read it all off, so don't worry. Okay, so we're going to start off with Montreal, Pittsburgh. Montreal went 31-31-9 in the regular season. They had only 19 regulation wins. So that means 12 of their wins were in overtime or the shootout. So that gave them an NHL 500 record. Because, I mean, it's 31-31-9, but those 9 are losses. So really, if you look at it, it's 31-40. But in the NHL, that's a 500 record. They were 17-7. 17-7. That's weird. 17.7% on the power play, and they were 78.7% on the penalty kill. Now, if you want to know you got a successful special teams, one of the ways to do it is if you add those two up. If they add up to 100 or more, you're doing well, and the farther over 100 you are, the better off that you are. They are at 96.4% for the two. Not good enough. That power play percentage, not great. Thing is, on the road, their power play is kind of right at the top of the league, and it's at home where their power play really kind of just sucks. Maybe because they're going to be in Toronto, there's going to be no fans in the stands, so they're not at home. They're kind of on the road, even when they're going to be the home team. Maybe that means that power play number will go up. That's going to be kind of important. If they really want to have a chance against Pittsburgh, they're going to have to score on the power play. They scored 208 goals for, 220 goals against. That's a differential of -12. Not great. In their last 10 before the suspension of the season, they were 4-5-1. Now, key players for Montreal going into this, Carey Price, number one key player, because, listen, Price could literally win the series, not on his own, but, you know, his outstanding play, and the team plays well, and that can mean that they, maybe they sweep. If he doesn't play well, maybe they get swept. So Carey Price is a key, because when you think about your backups, you have a rookie, unproven rookie really, and you have Charlie Lindgren. He hasn't really done the job as a backup, so Carey Price, definitely a key player. Nick Suzuki, and I put KK there. I'm going to talk about them a little bit later, but they are keys because these two guys, first of all, they're the future down the middle for your franchise, and this could be a real good chance for them to show the league and the management like what they're made of. Really, this is a good shot. Max Domi, will he play? He's in camp, but it doesn't mean he's going to play in Phase 4. They still can hold him out. So Max Domi could be a real key. Max Domi is one of those kind of guys. He really gets that team going. He's kind of he's a heart and soul type player like Gallagher, because he really pumps that team up. Apparently his laughter is infectious, and everybody really likes Max Domi. And this guy will go through a wall for this team. So Max Domi, really important. Victor Mete, why? Victor Mete's missed the last couple of days, I think, at camp. We know he's coming off of a broken foot. Because of the way they're talking about injuries, we don't know how close he is to being ready. Is he fully ready? But I suspect, missing a few days at camp, maybe Mete's not 100% ready. Now, if Mete is out of there, Kulak hasn't made an appearance, Ouellet is out of there. That's on the left side. That's going to really screw up that lineup. So Mete is very important that he's in the lineup, he plays well, and he makes that top four kind of really work. Him and Petrie, and it's Sherratt and Weber, obviously, first pairing. They're going to need Mete to make that a legit top four defense, or else, I don't know, it's really going to affect their chances. The top one, no, I didn't fit Joel Newelson. Whoa. See, if I would edit, if I'd able to edit, I would cut that out, but I can't do that. So Noel Juleson just flipped their initials around. I had him in a video saying that because Claude Julien had said that he's worried about his development, his delayed development, because of all the time he missed because of that injury, the concussion, and recovery from it. And I kind of said don't expect to see him playing here in actual games, but he's really had a good time in camp, like a good phase 3 training camp, and with possibly Mete not being there, Kulak not making an appearance, stuff like that. Guys like Juleson, Fleury, Brook, these guys are going to maybe be important because they're going to have to step up. Someone's going to have to play there, and yeah, so I got Juleson. Juleson could be actually a key here. Leaders for the season: goals, Tatar and Gallagher for 22 each. Assists, Tatar 39 assists, and total points, Tatar 61. Thomas Tatar, one hell of a season. Carey Price this year, 27, 25, and 6. 279 goals against, a 909 save percentage, and 4 big shutouts. The only 4 shutouts for the team. Caden Primo played in 2 games. He went 1-1-0 with a 252 goals against and a 931 save percentage. And Charlie Lindgren was in 6 games with a 2-4-0 record with a 333 goals against and an 888 save percentage. And listen, those numbers just aren't good enough. Now, Primo's numbers are fine, and especially he's a rookie. This is his first professional year. He was not solid in his first period, but then after that, he looked pretty damn good, especially for his age and the fact that he's a rookie. So I really think they're going to go with Price and Primo, but I have to admit, I haven't seen a lot of Primo in camp, but Lindgren just yesterday took a shot from Shea Weber, and not a full Shea Weber shot, thank God. Right, I think it hit him, either his mask wasn't fully on or it hit him on the side, and he got cut, and he was groggy, and he had to be helped off the ice. So I hope he's fine today, and we'll see how that goes. Player to watch. In the Montreal's case, I'm going to list players, and it's just 2. And that is, as I said before, I want to talk about them again, is Nick Suzuki and Jesperi Kotkaniemi. These 2 guys could be super important. These guys, first of all, they're the future down the middle. Nick Suzuki and KK recovered from the injury, getting that second chance. Skating is better. His overall game is better, from what I understand, looking really good in camp. These 2 guys could be the 2 guys that could really drive this team. So keep an eye on these 2 guys. Question marks. Domi, does he play? And where does he play? So we don't know yet what line and where he's going to play, center or the wing. That's a question mark. KK, Nick Suzuki, exactly for what I just said here. The defense. We don't know. Where's Kulak? No Willette. Mete's in and out of the camp, or he's in the having maintenance day, I guess you could call it today. We know it's the foot. So, the top 3, no problem. Petrie, Sherratt, Weber, we know they're there. Not a problem. It's the guys after that. It's a question mark how the defense is going to look. Carey Price, they say he's looking great, and he looks like the old Price, so that's key. If he's not, that's a question mark, which one we're going to get. But apparently, we're getting a good price. We're getting a good price on that goalie. Special teams are a question mark. They're working on a new lineup for second unit. They're working on new personnel on those, new way of new strategies and stuff like that. From what I can tell, the power play might be totally kind of brand new. I hope so, because they had to improve that. That's a big question mark. Same thing with the penalty kill. That penalty kill needs better numbers. Last time Montreal was in the playoffs was 2017 with a first-round loss to the Rangers. I can't believe this is going to be a long video, guys. Sorry, I'm going to go through these other ones faster. Pittsburgh, 40, 23, and 6. 29 regulation wins, a 6.52 winning percentage. 19.9% on the power play. 82.1% on the penalty kill. That's 102. That's good. 221 goals for, 196 goals against. That's a good differential. In the last 10 games, they were 3-7-0, so kind of struggled near the end there, I guess. Key players: Crosby, Malkin, Letang, Marino, the rookie on defense, and Murray in nets. And Jake Gunsel, is he really fully healthy? I'm not sure. Goals leader, Brian Rust, 27 goals. Assists and points, Malkin with 49 assists and 74 points. Murray, 20, 11, and 5 with a 287. Goals against and an 899 save percentage and a shutout, not great. Tristan Jarry, 20, 12, and 1 with a 243 goals against and a 921 save percentage. Much better numbers. 3 shutouts. Murray has the hardware, winning two Stanley Cups already, so we'll see where that goes. Player to watch, Sid the Kid. Missed the last couple of days in cap, so I don't know if he's hurt or not. So question marks. Crosby's health. Same thing for Gensel. We don't know. I don't know if he's fully recovered or not from that shoulder. I think it was a shoulder problem. Who's in nets? We don't know. Be Jarry or Murray, but it's not a huge problem. They're both good goalies. Will they be better this year than last year, where they last year lost in the first round sweep by the New York Islanders? So this is a big question how they play. Crosby and Malcolm, they don't have too many more years to win a cup. This could be one of the last chances. Next series, we're going to look at, actually, we're going to go over here to look at Toronto and Columbus. Toronto, 36, 25, and 9. 28 of those wins were in regulation. 5.79 winning percentage. 23.1% on the power play. 77.7% on the penalty kill. That shows you that Toronto's defense is really a suspect here, and we're talking about. But it's 100.8%. Not bad. They're over 100, but I mean, you'd expect more from Toronto, but really their number problem is on the penalty kill. 237 goals for, 222 goals against. Again, defense problem. You can tell by the goals against. Last 10, they were 5-4-1. Key players here, obviously, Austin Matthews. The goalie, Freddie Anderson, didn't have the best season. Let's see how he does here. Riley, their number 1 defenseman, he's going to have to play well. Their bottom 4 D are going to be all suspect because they don't have the talent on D. They don't have the money to spend on it. John Tavares couldn't win the Islanders, and look what the Islanders did after he left. So you've got to be questioning. He's key, but can he do it? I don't know if I talked about it down here, but still. And Robertson, the new kid, Nick Robertson? He looks really good. Whether they give him a shot, whether they should or not, he's young. He's kind of not. I mean, he's not a big guy. He's not going to be a big bruiser type guy. So I don't know if they need him in the lineup right now. But he looked really good from what I saw. Goals leader Matthews with 47, assists Marner with 51, and points leader Matthews with 80. Anderson was 29, 13, and 7 with a 285 goals against and a 909 save percentage and 3 shutouts. I don't know his first name, Campbell, and I think this is just with Toronto. Didn't see his numbers with LA. He was 3-2-1 with Toronto, 263 goals against, and a 915 save percentage. So I mean, pretty good. Player to watch there for me is William Nielander. William Nielander could be a big difference here because I think he was he's not the goals there, but I mean, he had 31 goals, 20 assists, 59 points. Huge comeback from the year before with that contract negotiation. He held out. He just had a horrible season. He had 197 shots, which is, I think, tied for second on the team. And power play, 9 goals, 8 assists. Question marks, defense. Defense is going to be a question mark for Toronto now and next season and going forward because they don't have the money. Too much money tied up in the guys up front, and defense is paying the price. Anderson, is he fully healthy? Is he playing better than he did for the regular season? Because I think at the end there he was injured. I don't know if he came back or not before they stopped play. John Tavares, like I said, didn't do it with the Islanders. Can he do it here? There's a good shot for Toronto to win. Would be apropos, and it's not in front of fans, and they can't have a parade. Woohoo! I love it. Coaching. For me, apparently Keefe is doing a really good job. I haven't followed that closely, but we'll see how it goes with the coaching. He's inexperienced at the NHL level. Penalty kill, that has to come up. 77.7%. Not a good enough penalty kill if you want to win a Stanley Cup, in my opinion. The last time in the playoffs was last season. First round loss to Boston. Woo! Who would have thunk that? Columbus Blue Jackets, 33, 22, and 15. 15 that's a lot. Overtime and shootout losses. 25 regulation wins of those 33. They were a .579 winning percentage, 16.4% on the power play, not enough. 81.7% on the penalty kill, that's better. And 98.1% overall, that's got to come up, but maybe that power play would be better. 180 goals for, that's kind of a low-scoring team. 183 goals against, that's good for the defense. Last 10, they were 3-4-3 at the end there, so it's kind of struggling. I mean, about even. Key players, for me, Merzlikins and Korpisalo. Who's going to play? Is Merzlikins going to be hot like that shutout streak that he had? So Merzlikins and Korpisalo. Not a player, but I wrote Tortorella, the coaching. The coach is a really important part of this team. He's going to be like if he can keep his calm and get these players motivated and keep them going. Torts could be a big difference. Pierre Dubois, the leading points getter, the biggest talent probably on the team right now, other than Seth Jones probably. And then you've got Werenski and Seth Jones, the two defensemen. They're really going to need them playing well to stop Toronto's offense. You're going to need those guys playing well. For goals, Oliver Bjorkstrand, 21, that's the lead for the team. And Dubois has the assistant points lead, 31 assists and 49 points. Korpisalo was 19, 12, and 5 with a .260 goals against and a .911 save percentage and 2 shutouts. Merzlikins was 13, 9, and 8 with a .235 goals against and a .923 save percentage. Great numbers, but 5 shutouts. And if I'm not wrong, that's 5 in a row or something like that. He had an amazing streak. It was like 5 out of 8, something like that. He had an amazing streak with shutouts. And this is why I have him here as a key player. And I have him here as a player to watch, because if he gets the net and he plays like that, that's that hot goalie that you get going into a playoff series, and he can carry you a long way. And that's why, for me, he's the player to watch there. Question marks, scoring, because they don't score a lot. And you can tell by their overall numbers for all the players, they don't score. They're going to need to score against Toronto. And the opportunity should be there because Toronto's defense isn't great, and the opportunity to score should be there. Power play percentage needs to come up. That's one way for them to get some more goals. That needs to be better. I put goalie, but only like who's going to play. Korpisalo, good numbers. It's not that he was bad, but Merzlikins had that shutout run, and he can really get hot, I guess, for a short period of time, and that's what's required here to win this series for them. Seth Jones, is he fully healthy? I know he's back and he recovered. I don't know how fully healthy he is. If he is, he's going to need to be, and that could be a big bonus, because if he's not, he can make a huge difference, Seth Jones. He's a really talented defenseman. Last time they were in the playoffs, last season, second round loss to Boston, and remember they beat Tampa Bay in that 4-game sweep. It was an awesome year for them. Next series, Carolina, New York Rangers. Oh, I'm not doing too bad. Okay, 38, 25, and 5 for Carolina. 27 regulation wins, 596 winning percentage, 22.3% on the power play, good numbers, 84% on the penalty kill, so they're 106.3% on the total numbers. Awesome, they've got the best one, I think, out of all these 8 teams. 217 goals for, 193 goals against, that's a good differential. Last 10, they were 5-4-1. Both these teams were 5-4-1. Key players, Dougie Hamilton recovered from that broken leg, I think it is. And Mrazek is going to be a key. Sami Vatanen on defense they got from the Devils. He's going to be a key. I think he was injured after they got him, and I think he's going to be important. Slavin, Jacob Slavin, one of the best defensive defensemen in the league. He's going to be key here, stopping the Rangers from, outscoring them. You got Zibanejad, you got Panarin. Aho's going to have to provide that normal offense, and Teravainen. So Aho and Teravainen provide a lot of offense. They're going to have to end Svechnikov. So their offense is going to have to work. You got Shesterkin, supposed to be the starter. If he can play like he did, they're going to have their work cut out for them to score. Mrazek was 21, 16, and 2. With a .269 goals against and a .905 save percentage with 3 shutouts. Reimer was 14, 6, and 2, .266 goals against and .914 save. No, .266 goals. Yeah, .914 save percentage. I don't know. Brain fart. And 3 shutouts. And I got to tell you, way better numbers than I thought Reimer would have last season or this season. Player to watch there for me, Peter Mrazek, because they're really going to need Mrazek to. If they want to beat the Rangers, I think Mrazek might be, if not the biggest key, a big key for this team to beat the Rangers. Personally, I think the Rangers are going to win. That's why I say that. Question marks. Goalies. They had a good season, both of them, and they're going to have to keep that up, and definitely Barzell. And Dougie Hamilton. I think Dougie Hamilton, is he fully recovered? Because he could be a really big key here in helping to shut down that team. That's the New York Rangers. So I didn't find a lot of question marks with the Carolina Hurricanes. It's pretty straightforward what they are, how they need to play, and all that. So that's it. Their last time in the playoffs was last season. 3rd round loss to Boston. So they went far. New York Rangers, 37, 28, and 5. 31 of those wins were regulation wins. .564 save percent. I said it again. Winning percentage. 22.9% on the power play. Awesome. 77.4 on the penalty kill. Not so awesome. But because that good number, they're at 100.3. But it's deceiving because you can get them on that PK. You can score against them. 233 goals for. They can score. 220 goals against. Their defense could be a little bit suspect there with a number like that. Last 10, 5-4-1, same number as Carolina. Key players here, Shesterkin. They said, I think I read Shesterkin's going to get the nod in nets. Start 10-2-0. I'm getting ahead of myself. Panarin, obviously, Panarin drives that offense. Led the team with 95 points. Jacob Trouba, newly acquired on defense. Trouba's going to have to play well and be that number 1 defenseman. That I think he's number 1 there. And Zibanejad and Kreider. Zibanejad had a great season. He's going to keep that up. And Kreider recovered from the broken leg, somewhere on the leg, and a foot maybe. And he's back. Is he fully recovered? And he could make a big difference for them. Goals, Zibanejad, 41. Panarin, assists, 63. And points, total points, Panarin, 95. Those were the leaders. Shesterkin, 10-2-0, 254 goals against, and 932 save percentage. But that's like literally, guy came up later in the season. I think he went 10-0, and then he had 2 losses, I guess. I don't know, but he's 10-0. That's awesome numbers for a young guy. He's going to get the nod, from what I understand. Georgiev, 17, 14, and 2, 304 goals against, and a 910 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. And I don't know, but I doubt Lundqvist is going to get anything here, but you never know. He was 10, 12, and 3 with a 316 and a 905 save percentage and 1 shutout. Player to watch for me, obviously, Artemi Panarin. He drives that offense. They score goals. They can really just outscore them, and I think they're going to win. I'm going with the Rangers. It's not a prediction video, but I'm telling you now I'm going with the Rangers. Question marks. Lundqvist, whether he'll play, and if he does play, he can make a big difference. He's definitely he's got the length of time. We know the quality of this guy. He's a little old, but I mean he could still, in a short series, definitely. Chris Kreider could make a big difference here. Their defense are question marks. Question mark, because look at the number on goals against, total goals against, and their penalty kills. So the defense is going to have to play well. The penalty kill percentage has to come up. Can Panarin lead this team? I like the guy. I think his numbers were really good. Can he do it in the playoffs? We're going to find out. Is Zibanejad for real? We're going to find that out too with that 41 goals. And I like that guy. I really do. And yeah, we're going to find out if he's for real. The last time they were in the playoffs was 2017. 2nd round loss to Ottawa, which caught me by surprise. Ottawa beat the team in the 2nd round as early as 2017, and they're that bad there now. Wow, I forgot about that. Florida, New York Islanders. Florida was 35, 26, and 8. 30 of those were in regulation, the wins, and they were .565 winning percentage. I got it right that time. 21.3% on the power play, 78.5 on the penalty kill. So the power play is good, penalty kill's got to come up, and overall 99.8%, not really good enough. 228 goals for, 224 goals against, so they're scoring, but they're getting scored on. Last 10, 4-4-2. And key players here, Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky's probably the biggest key here. He did not have a great regular season. They paid him a lot of money for a long term, and he needs to be better. Hoffman is their biggest goal scorer. Barkov's got to play well. Yandel's got tons of experience. He's going to be key here. Huberdeau and Dadonov as well. Dadonov going to be a free agent next season. Okay, so Hoffman was their goal scoring leader, 29. Huberdeau with the assists, 55, and points, 78. Bobrovsky, 23, 19, and 6 with a 323 goals against and a 900 save percentage. Not good enough numbers for a good goalie like Bobrovsky, and only one shutout. Drieger, 7-2 and 1 with a 205 goals against and a 938 save percentage, and one shutout. I imagine he will be the backup. Player to watch for me, again, goalie Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky has to play well or they don't have a chance. If Bobrovsky is in nets and he's not playing well, I don't see what chance Florida has. He's going to have to play well. Question marks, Bobrovsky, backup goalie, because I don't know much about him. Great number there, so I don't know. Maybe they'll play him. Their defense needs to be better because you can tell by the goals against and that penalty kill. Penalty kill percentage has to come up. Barkov, I don't know. There's some reason I wanted to say Barkov is a question mark. Is he not playing? He had an injury. Anyway, I don't know why I put him there, but I put him there. Last time they were in the playoffs, 2016, first round loss to the New York Islanders, who they're in again in this qualifying round against. The New York Islanders were 35, 23, and 10. 24 of those wins were in regulation. 588 winning percentage. 17.3 on the power play, not good enough, really. 80.7% on the penalty kill, that's okay, but could be better. And 98% overall, that number needs to go up. 189 goals for, so you can see they don't score a lot, but they also don't give up a ton with 190 goals against. Last 10, they were 2-4-4, so key players, Matt Barzell, obviously, going to be an RFA next season, so he is going to want to show that they want to keep him. And I think J.G. Pajot, who's newly traded over there, the trade deadline, I think he could be a really big player for them. Brock Nelson was their goal-scoring leader, so he's important. Nick Leddy, age and experience, Devon Taves, who I want to say is also something to do with being a free agent. I'm not positive on that, but Devon Taves, good defenseman for them and important here. And Grice and Varlamov, good 1-2 punch, and they're going to be very important here. Brock Nelson, goals leader with 26. Matt Barzell, assists and points leader with 41 and 60 respectively. Varlamov, 19, 14, and 6 with a 2.62 goals against and a 9.14 save percentage and 2 shutouts. Grice with a 16, 9, and 4 record, 2.74 goals against and a 9.13 save percentage. Player to watch for me, Matt Barzell, because he's going to be the RFA. Matt Barzell's going to want to, been a long layoff. He doesn't want anybody to forget. He's Matt Barzell, and he's a good player, and that's a stupid reason. He really is going to be playing for that contract. He wants to get as big a contract as he can. He's an RFA, so he can't just go anywhere, and he's going to play for it, I think, and he's a great player. Question marks. The goalies, and only in who's going to play, their numbers are pretty close. And I imagine either one will do well. I think it'll be Varlamov, but I haven't heard anything particularly on that. Offense, they don't score enough goals. They're going to need to score more. So this is important. It's against Florida, so their defense also shaky, so it could happen. And maybe they don't need to score as much because it's against Florida. I don't know. But they're going to need to score more. Power play percentage must come up, bring that special teams total up higher than 100, and that'll go a long way to getting a few more goals on the board. And in 2019, they had a second-round loss to Carolina after sweeping the Pittsburgh Penguins. Wow, a long video. I won't waste any more time. If you like that video, give a thumbs up. While you're down there, leave me any comments you may have about anything I said about any of these matchups. Let me know what you think in the comments section. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and ring that notifications bell, which is down there as well, and that's going to get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge right here at Talkin' Habs. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please stay safe out there and wear your mask where you're supposed to. And that'll get you coming back here watching more Talking Habs videos. And yeah, that's it. So peace out. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Something like that.